For this pattern you have to cast on a multiple of 6 plus 3 stitches for symmetry and plus 2 edge stitches. So I have cast on 23 stitches, and now we start. The first stitch is edge stitch and it's knit 1. After that we do a slip 1 yarn over, so we put the needle under the yarn and just slip the stitch, and you have 2 operations in one. So after that knit 1 and again slip 1 yarn over, knit 1, slip 1 yarn over, knit 1, and repeat that until the last stitch. And at the end we have the last stitch and the edge stitch. So the last stitch is slip 1 yarn over and the edge stitch is slip 1 with yarn in front. Now we don't turn the work as usually do. We just slide all the stitches to the other end of the needle. That's why for the brioche we need to knit or with the double point needles or circle needles. So now we take the yarn of the other color. I do like this, put the tails together, take the yarn. So the first edge stitch, this is row number 2 in my chart. The first edge stitch is slip 1 with yarn in front, and after that you have to do a brioche purl. So brioche purl means that you have to take the stitch and the yarn over that comes with it and purl these 2 stitches together. That's a brioche purl. So brioche purl, slip 1 yarn over, that's the whole row. Brioche purl, slip 1 yarn over, brioche purl, slip 1 yarn over, brioche purl, slip 1 yarn over, at the end brioche purl, and the last edge stitch with the color number 2 is slip 1 with yarn in front. This is for row number 2. In row number 4 it's gonna be slip 1 with yarn in the back. Or for you to remember easier, you purl this stitch so the yarn comes from the front, and you slip the last edge stitch with the yarn in front. And 4th row we're gonna knit, so the yarn comes from the back and we're gonna leave it in the back. So now you turn the work, take the first color and do row number 3. As usual, the first edge stitch in color 1 is always knit 1. After that we do slip 1 yarn over and purl 1, and repeat, slip 1 yarn over, purl 1. Slip 1 yarn over. It's not a purl 1 really, it's a brioche purl, sorry, because we have the stitch and the yarn over that comes with. So it's slip 1 yarn over, brioche purl, slip 1 yarn. At the end we have slip 1 yarn over, and the last edge stitch in color 1 is always slip 1 with yarn in front. Now we slide again the stitches to the beginning and work with the color number 2. It's row number 4 that you'll have to repeat always after it's all the 2, 3, and 4, the rows that you repeat after all the pattern rows. So slip the edge stitch, is slip one with yarn in the back, and after that is brioche knit. You knit the stitch and the yarn over, slip one yarn over, and repeat brioche knit, slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, again and again. At the end you have to do a brioche knit, and as I said earlier, in row number 4 you have to slip the edge stitch with the yarn in the back, because we need this row and the yarn came from the back. So that's it for the repeat rows, row number 2, 3, and 4. And now this is the first pattern row, row number 5, that in this pattern is similar to row number 9 and 13. First we're gonna knit the edge stitch. Now we have to do the symmetry stitches at the beginning of the row. So we do slip one, yarn over, knit one, slip one, yarn over, and now we're gonna do the part of the chart that repeats, and we do an increase. That's brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip one, yarn over, and now we're gonna do a left slant decrease. So slip the brioche stitch or these 2 stitches, and now you can do either knit 3 stitches together, that's a brioche stitch and 2 brioche stitches, a brioche stitch and a brioche stitch with the yarn over, and then you slip the stitches that you slipped previously, you slip them over, and that's it. That's the left slant decrease. And in the new repeat I'm gonna show you the other way that you can do. So again, the repeat, the part of the chart that repeats, slip one, yarn over, do the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip one, yarn over, and now we're gonna do the left slant decrease in the easiest way. Slip the 2 stitches, knit just 1 stitch, because sometimes if you have bulky yarn or just, I don't know, it's hard for you to take these 3 stitches and knit them together, you can just knit 1 stitch, slip it to the left needle, slip over the next 2 stitches, slip the stitch to the yarn, and this is like you knitted 3 stitches. So after that you just do the same, slip the first 2 stitches over, and you have the same result, the left slant decrease. You can do it the way that you like most. So after that we do another repeat. I have 3 repeats in my swatch. So the last repeat, slip one, yarn over, increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip one, yarn over, and again the left slant decrease. I'm gonna do it like this, slip the stitches and knit 3 together. After that slip the stitches over, and that's it, we got the left slant decrease, and slip one with yarn over. At the end, the edge stitch, we just slip it with yarn in front. So after this row you do row number 2, 3, and 4, and I'm gonna show you right now that in row number 2 we have a slight difference because we have increases in this row and they're gonna be treated in a certain way. So slip, this is row number 2, but it's slightly different. We have the increases and it's gonna be like this after every pattern row, so pay attention. Slip the first stitch with yarn in front, brioche purl, slip one, yarn over, brioche purl. So it's the same as the second row. The difference is right here. In the previous row we had the increase in this place, so now we have 3 stitches of the same color, and we're gonna do like this: slip 1, yarn over, purl 1, slip 1, yarn over. After that you just do the pattern as usual. So we do brioche purl, slip 1, yarn over, brioche purl, until you get to those 3 stitches again. That's where they are, and you do what I said: slip 1, yarn over, purl 1, slip 1, yarn over. So that's the whole difference between this row, this second row, and the first that we did, because we didn't have increases there. So again, I got to my increase, slip 1, yarn over, purl 1, slip 1, yarn over, brioche purl, slip 1, yarn over, brioche purl, and slip this edge stitch with yarn in front. So that's the second row that you have to repeat really after all the pattern rows. And now you just turn the work and do row number 3 and 4, and the pattern row repeats, like I said. Row number 9 and 13 are the same, and after that I'll show you row number 17, 21 and 25, as they are similar too. In this row we'll have to do the symmetry stitches at the end of the row. So at the beginning we have to do the repeats. First the edge stitch is knit 1, and now the repeat: slip 1, yarn over, a right slant decrease, so I have to slip 2 stitches, knit 1, slip the stitches over, slip the stitch to the other needle, and slip the stitches over, slip the stitch to the right needle, and that's it, the right slant decrease. After that, slip 1, yarn over, and now we have to do the increase. So brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and again the repeat: slip 1, yarn over, right slant decrease, slip 1, yarn over, and the increase. And the last repeat that I have on my swatch: slip 1, yarn over, right slant decrease, slip 1, yarn over, increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and at the end we have this 3 stitches, 1, 2, this is a brioche stitch, 3, and edge stitch. So these 3 stitches we are gonna knit like this: slip 1, yarn over, brioche knit, slip 1, yarn over, and the last edge stitch is slip 1 with yarn in front. So after this row you repeat row 2, 3, 4, and repeat again this row 2 times in between row 2, 3, 4, and at the end row 2, 3, 4, and you can repeat the whole pattern again, or you can cast off the stitches. I repeated again the whole pattern, and now I'm gonna do the cast off. Knit the first stitch as usual, then we have a purl stitch, so we purl it, then slip the first stitch onto the second one, and continue. Now we have a brioche knit stitch, so we brioche knit it, slip the first stitch over, now it's a purl stitch, so we purl it, slip the first stitch over, and continue brioche knit, purl 1, brioche knit, slip the stitch over, purl 1, slip the stitch over, again, and the last stitch is again I knit 1, slip the stitch over. At the end, as usual, I'm doing a big loop, put my fingers through it and just pull until I have a knot, and that's it. So this is the pattern, this is the reverse. It's nice, it's simple, but it's my own design, so don't judge me too harsh.